Hey, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you like this epic content we are throwing up. And remember, hit that notification bell anytime I upload a video. And lastly, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. That being said, comic book fans, let's begin. Well, hello Transformers fans. This is the first episode of my new series called Transformers Declassified. In this series, we'll be taking a more in-depth look into the character's origin. In this episode, the characters we're diving into today is Sideswipe and his brother Sunstreaker. Who is Sideswipe? Sideswipe was part of the initial Autobot crew that crash landed on Earth. He and his own twin brother Sunstreaker were both formatted to look like Lamborghinis. The main difference is Sideswipe is red and lacks his brother's flashy engine modifications. Sideswipe is most likely the lesser of the two brothers, as his combat skills are almost as good as Sunstreaker's. He is also a master of jet judo along with his brother. And he is also not as ruthless, meaning not as driven for victory as Sideswipe is, still cut from the same cloth. He is a rash character that can make some heated and hasty decisions that often lead to his own injury. Originally created for the toy line of Transformers, Sideswipe made his first appearance in Transformers miniseries in 1984. This was soon thereafter followed by a monthly series of the same name. And did you know, Sideswipe appeared in 112 animated episodes and made appearances in at least 240 issues in the comics. You also might remember him in the movies. In Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Sideswipe is a member of the Autobots and part of a task force known as Nest. With a vehicle form of Silver Corvette, he is seen in hot pursuit of the Decepticon Sideways through the streets of Shanghai. Sideswipe manages to catch up with Sideways, throwing one of his blades into Sideways' hood and slicing the Decepticon down the middle, destroying him, as Sideswipe amusingly replies, "Damn, I'm good." Sideswipe is later seen in the final battle fighting off advancing Decepticons in Egypt. In the video games, in Transformers War for Cybertron, Sideswipe appeared in all versions of the game voiced by Travis Willingham and has the alternate form of Cybertronian car. Sideswipe was one of the Autobots Optimus Prime used in his plan to rescue Zeta Prime from the prison of Kaon. Optimus Prime, Sideswipe, and Bumblebee were captured and taken to Kaon for recycling. They were rescued in time by Air Raid, and then the four Autobots proceeded to rescue Zeta Prime and even defeat Soundwave, Rumble, and Laserbeak along the way. Sideswipe helped Optimus take the recently deceased Zeta to the Council, who promoted Optimus to rank of Prime. Sideswipe is one of the playable multiplayer characters. In Transformers Fall of Cybertron, Sideswipe appears in all versions of the game voiced by Travis Willingham, and again has the alternate form of Cybertronian car. He briefly appears inside the Autobot base and is sent on a mission to find Grimlock by Optimus Prime alongside Jazz and Cliffjumper. Sideswipe served as a pilot and dropped off Cliffjumper and Jazz into the Sea of Rust and later extracted them after they found the Space Bridge Tower and Energon deposit. Sideswipe is one of the playable characters in multiplayer under the Speedster class. Next up is Sunstreaker. Now Sunstreaker is Sideswipe's twin brother, right? And I love both these characters, whether it's in the comic books or in the animated series. But I especially love them when they're together. When they're interacting together, I love the complexity between the two characters. You never know what you're going to get out of them, right? It's so entertaining. I find them fascinating. Sunstreaker is the more ruthless and superior combatant of the two brothers. The main reason Optimus Prime keeps him around is most likely Sunstreaker's effectiveness in the battlefield. Ruthless and skilled in all forms of combat, there is not much Sunstreaker cannot handle. As a frontline warrior, Sunstreaker is a great asset for the Autobot army, if not a scary one. The main visual differences between the two Lamborghini Transformers is that Sunstreaker is yellow while Sideswipe is red, and that Sunstreaker has a modified engine protruding from his hood in vehicle mode and has a backpack in robot mode. He apparently is a master of a form of combat known as jet judo. Originally created for the toy line of Transformers, Sunstreaker made his first appearance in Transformers miniseries in 1984. This was soon thereafter followed by a monthly series of the same name. And did you know, Sunstreaker has appeared in 23 animated episodes and made appearances in 178 issues in the comics.
Say uncle or I'll shove your nose in your afterburner! Uncle! Gee, I didn't know Decepticons had uncles!